Hello, I'm Viet Cường. You're watching Nguyen News. Today's headlines. Industrial production value of first 6 months of Nguyen surged up to 13,000 billion Vietnam dong. Investment capital to Nguyen province increased 4.1% in 2012. Nguyen province determined to provide health insurance support to marginal poor people. Recently, Nguyen province implemented measures to enhance the value of industrial production that contributed to stability and economic development. This means that in the last 2 quarters of this year, the industrial production of Nguyen province tended to recover and grow again. Its value is estimated at over 13,300 billion Vietnam dong. In particular, the value of small-scale industries in the province surged up to 5,300 billion Vietnam dong, increasing 8.9% compared to the same period last year. The value of industrial estate reached to 6,800 billion Vietnam dong, decreasing 14% compared to the same period last year. Foreign investment also showed an increase of 0.8% with a value of 1,100 billion Vietnam dong. Some industrial products tend to increase more than these in the same period last year. However, a number of major industrial products such as steel, cement, garments went down slightly, resulting in less value in the total industrial production than planned, with only 38.6% of the yearly plan, an increase of 2.7% over the same period. In order to complete the plan, the businesses are conducting different permanent solutions that focus on reducing the cost of production, planning production to reduce inventories, and boosting sales of products. 2012 is a difficult year for economic development of Vietnam in general and Nguyen province in particular. However, the investment capital of Nguyen this year still showed an increase of 4.1% in comparison to the previous year.
This positive result is due to the right directions of Nguyen province to improve the investment environment. In addition, the province also carried out important projects of building roads, industrial zones, and creating new rural areas, etc. In detail, the state investment capital occupied 44%, increasing 1.5% compared to 2011. The non-state investment capital occupied 53%, increasing 6.2% compared to 2011. The foreign investment capital occupied 3%. In 2012, 4 industrial projects were awarded investment certificates with a total investment capital of about 10.65 million USD. 3 of them are FDI projects and the remaining one is a joint venture project. To date, Nguyen has 27 FDI projects with a total registered capital of more than 113 million USD.
On the 5th of July 2013, nearly 630,000 candidates who took the university and college entrance exam for modules A, A1, and V finished the last exam subjects respectively. According to the brief report from Nguyen University, the exam commenced and ended in an orderly manner. At the end of the morning of July 5th, 77.09% of all the registered candidates nationwide sat for the university and college entrance exam, about 1% higher than that of 2012. The admission boards of all the universities and colleges strictly complied with the exam regulations. During the exam, 11 different mobile inspection missions arrived unannounced to check the exam locations all over the country to ensure the examination will take its course without anomalies. Over 15,000 incoming candidates took the exam into the different colleges, universities, and faculties of Nguyen University. The final day of the examination was focused on the subjects of chemistry for Module A, English for Module A1, and technical drawing for Module V. 3 years after the construction started, Núi Pháo project in Đại Từ District, Nguyen Province, will soon be on operation. To date, Masan Group, the investor of Nuôi Pháo project, has spent about $80 million on improving the living environment, compensating for ground clearance, and creating jobs for the local residents.
In detail, the households in affected areas gave up more than 360 meters square of their land to the project, were compensated in accordance with the law of land, and received two provisions called economic stabilizing, each cost 6 million Vietnam dong. They can be paid in cash or participate in free job training courses for drivers, welders, electricians, workers, mushroom planters, tea planters, porcupine breeders, etc. In 2012, more than 400 local residents were recruited to work at the construction site of Nuôi Pháo project. Nuôi Pháo Mining Company also built a wastewater treatment area covering tens of thousands meters square to improve the living environment for affected households. Nuôi Pháo Mining Company, a subsidiary of Masan Group, caters the mining and processing minerals. In 2013, its export turnover is expected to reach 100 million USD and create jobs for more than 1,000 laborers.
Currently, the marginal poor households in Nguyen province are supported with 80% of health insurance payment. However, due to economic difficulties, the number of marginal poor buying health insurance remains low. The marginal poor are expecting more assistance from the local budget so that they can benefit more from health insurance policies. Having stepped into the age of 76, VND Jul in An Thịnh Village, Dong Thịnh Commune, Định Hóa District, is saddled with different diseases. Every year she has several treatments in the medical station and district hospital, so her medical and food and drink expenses made her life even harder for her. But thanks to the health insurance card for marginal poor households she bought early this year, most of the medical and treatment expenses have been covered by health insurance. Getting the insurance card means we have higher hope of staying alive. The state has assisted us with some payment in hospital. Discharged from hospital after a few days of stay, Bùi Xuân Dũng in Văn Lương 2 Village, Trung Lương Commune, Định Hóa District, can only do some light chores to help his wife. Although there are only 4 people in his small households, the couple and their 2 children's life remain to be very difficult for them due to Dũng health problems. Despite being fully aware that health insurance will lessen the treatment burden, Dũng is still burdened with the insurance payment rate. We buy health insurance so as to reduce our worries when having to get treatment. Since 2010, buying health insurance to get essential health care is a big responsibility for the marginal poor. The national and provincial budget increased support for them from 60% in 2010 to 80% in 2012. However, by June 2013, the rate of the marginal poor buying health insurance reached only as much as 38%. Accordingly, there still remains 40,000 marginal poor who have not been able to benefit from prioritized policies of health insurance. In order to complete the roadmap according to which all the local marginal poor must have health insurance cards, and to realize the national health insurance policy, we have reported this project to the Permanent People's Council, and then we'll finalize it to submit the Provincial People's Committee for approval. Despite a small local budget, Nguyen province is still determined to build a supporting mechanism in health insurance for the less fortunate. In the next 7th session of the Provincial People's Council, the issue of supporting another 20% for poor insurance payers will be discussed and considered. This is a delighting signal for nearly 64,000 marginal poor people in the province to lessen their worries when diseases strike. And that's all for today. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.